Well, hello and welcome to another edition of This Week in Don's Athletics. I'm your host, Pat Olson. It was a great evening this past Friday here on the Hilltop at War Memorial Gym as both the men's and women's basketball teams hosted the inaugural Hilltop Hoops Fest. A fun evening on the Hilltop as there was a shooting competition, there was a slam dunk contest, and the men's team had a very high-flying, entertaining 10-minute scrimmage, and then the evening wrapped up with a dance-off between the men's and women's teams. The men will now host San Francisco State this Saturday as they open up their exhibition campaign. That's a 7 o'clock tip-off. By the way, I've been told that season ticket holders, you can pick up your tickets at that game, and general admission seats, all the tickets upstairs are only $5. Again, that's 7 o'clock, Dons and Gators, as the basketball season gets going this Saturday. We hope you can make it out here on the Hilltop. And if you're not able to attend, we'll have a video stream broadcast on usfdons.com. We'll start at 6:45 with our pregame with the Rex Walters Show. Dons and Gators Saturday right here at War Memorial Gym. And the volleyball team comes off a tough 5-set loss against nationally ranked San Diego. They took the 13th ranked Toreros to 5 sets before falling 3 sets to 2 in their annual Dig Pink game. The volleyballers will now host Portland 6:30 Thursday at War Memorial Gym. And then on Saturday, they drive across the Bay Bridge for a 1 o'clock game against St. Mary's over in Moraga. Here at DonsTV, we visited with head coach Gilad Duran.
First, Portland is, the record doesn't show how good they are. I think they're a pretty good team this year. They just didn't have much luck in conference yet, but that doesn't mean that they won't come here and try to win, and I think they have the talent. We're just going to have to go back and play as good as we can on Thursday in front of our crowd and get back on our own winning streak here. As for St. Mary's, they're one of the deeper team in a conference. They always have great defense, great blocking, but I think offensively they have players in every position that can hurt you, so it will be definitely very, very challenging matches, especially at their place.
St. Mary's coming off a big win against San Diego last week. What's it going to be like playing them now that they are clearly a very hot team?
We have to stick to our game plan, we play good with our game plan when our kids believe in our system and what we do. We play well with everybody, it's just can we sustain it, can we keep it longer, and how badly we want it. And I think every time you play on someone's court, you have to do something extraordinary, a little bit better, and then it's no difference at St. Mary's or at San Diego or at BYU. They're all very, very good team. St. Mary's is very, very strong at home, and we've always been great matches with them, so I'm looking forward to it. But we can look ahead before we play Portland at home on Thursday.
The women's soccer team defeated St. Mary's on the road this past Friday 2-0 behind Megan Connor, who pitched her second consecutive shutout at goalie, and goals scored for USF by Mackenzie Kreiser and Christina Moberg. USF then turned around and lost a 1-0 heartbreaker in extra time on the road at Loyola Marymount. They will now entertain the Santa Clara Broncos. In fact, it's rivalry week as the Dons play the Broncos 3 times over the next 7 days. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff at Negoesco Stadium on Friday against the Broncos in the Dons' home finale. We sat down with head coach Jim Millender, who talked about wrapping up the season at home against the Broncos.
We got Friday's game. It's going to be home versus Santa Clara. Senior night. What does that mean for y'all?
Well, I think it's a big night for our seniors. They've invested, 4 years of their time in this program, and we want to reward them properly and really give them the accolades that they deserve. It's been, to stay in any program at the Division I level for 4 years, it's a huge commitment and a lot of work. And we want to give these kids, that sending off. Through the years, San Francisco has never beaten Santa Clara. So we're going to come ready to play and try to provide a great result and send our seniors off in the right way on Friday night. I think Santa Clara is one of the best teams in the country. Jerry Smith has done a tremendous job there building that program. They've won national championships there. And I think we'll come with a good game plan. They're very technical. They've got a lot of athleticism. They can keep the ball. And, they can beat you a lot of ways. But, I think the bottom line is we've got to come ready to play, and we've got to come ready to compete. And I think if we do that, we come with a good game plan, we've always got a chance.
Let's talk about a couple of girls on our team here. Megan's been doing great in goal, going from forward to playing goalkeeper as of late. What do you continue to look for out of her?
She's been unbelievable. I mean, when you think about you're playing in the WCC, one of the most difficult soccer conferences in the country, and you've been playing with a field player in goal, it's been amazing. Megan has come along so quickly. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how much she's meant to this team. I mean, she's got 2 shutouts, and, you know, Maite's done a tremendous job training her, but she's been a quick study, and I think she just got a little bit more confident every game, and I tell you, she made a couple, I mean, big saves against LMU. And she just gets more confident. I think our kids in the back are getting more confident with her. All the field players are.
And on the offensive side of things, Mackenzie's been doing a great job, clearly having a nose for the goal. What do you continue to see from her as the season progresses?
Yeah, you know, Mac's a goal scorer. I mean, she puts herself in some great scoring positions. I think Alex Alugas has done a great job up front, and she really now has come into her own, I think, and she's been starting the last couple of games and has done a great job. You know, Christina Moberg, we've dropped her back in the midfield, and, you know, she really has the talent to find people when they're making runs and so forth. So, you know, I think Sid, Rochelle, I think all these kids up front have done a great job, and we've just got to keep working hard and get better every day in training and have maybe a better understanding of each other, I think, and that takes time. It doesn't come overnight.
And once again, Friday is going to be senior night at home versus Santa Clara. Anything you'd like to say to the USF community and students to get them out here for this wonderful game?
Well, you know, I think the most important thing, too, is to get out to the game because, you know, without your support, it's hard to win. I mean, it's hard to win with your support. So I think if you all get out there, you're going to see a great soccer match, and we look forward to having everybody out there.
The USF men's soccer team goes on the road as they'll play at San Diego on Friday. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff, and then Sunday they'll play at Loyola Marymount, a 2 o'clock start. The men's soccer team is now 5-5-2 overall, and 3-3 in the West Coast Conference. So this weekend is very important as they head down the home stretch and try and position themselves well in the West Coast Conference. Here's head coach Eric Visser.
Well, we concluded last week the first round of the WCC play. We were able to get 3 wins, which I thought was quite good. Last weekend we had a bye weekend, which allowed a lot of our guys that were banged up to get healthy. This weekend, obviously, going to LMU USD is traditionally a very difficult trip. Friday night we play at USD, which is tied for first right now with Santa Clara at 15 points. So obviously that is a big target for us. If we can get a good result there, I feel very strong we're really into the mix. LMU, traditionally at LMU, especially on a Sunday, 75, 80 degrees, is a tough opponent, but we are taking sufficient depth with us, so I feel very confident we'll have a good weekend.
And what do we look forward to for the second half of the season for the Dons?
Well, I think the key is that we feel that the first round was we did well. Most of our games we played well. We got a couple of good results, but for this young team where we have only one starting senior, it is really important, and the team knows it, that we end up strong and that we put a second round together that will at least match the first round. The next 2 weekends are in the Bay Area. We'll be playing Santa Clara, St. Mary's, and then we'll end up with Portland Gonzaga. Obviously getting results, at least one result on the road, I really think will set a momentum for the last 2 weekends in the Bay Area to make sure we end up strong in the second round of WCC play.
The cross-country teams will head up to the Northwest. They'll go up to the Rose City in Portland for the West Coast Conference Championships. The men's team looking to improve on their third-place finish from a year ago, and the women's team hoping to defend their West Coast Conference Championship. Here's runner Eva Kirkova on the championships up in Portland.
So it's very exciting because when we were running in that course at Crystal Spring, so I felt that we've been running up to the ski slopes and down. And I was like, where is some climbing road? Where is some ski lift? Like, this is too steep for me, and also for me as a tall runner, that course was pretty challenging for me. And I heard that that course in Portland should be flat, so that's great news for me because I feel more confidence on flat course, so should be good. I've done only 2 times conference championship, and it was in Crystal Spring, and that's just 1 hour from University of San Francisco, so it was always very exciting because we brought our home crowd there, and our teammates and all our fans and supporters were cheering us up to those hills, so they made that course a little bit less challenging. So now it's gonna be different because we won't have that crowd of fans, but we know that everyone supports us and we'll do our best again.
The USF men's golf team had a great week as they finished in second place in the Alistair McKenzie Invitational hosted by Cal. The Dons fired a 26 under par, led by Taylor Travis's 54-hole total of 12 under, which was good enough for him to finish second place for the individuals in that event. Well, that'll wrap up another edition of This Week in Dons Athletics. Join us each and every Wednesday for a brand new episode right here on USFDons.com. I'm your host, Pat Olson. Thanks for watching, and go Dons!